Hey, servant, can you give me good pizza,
Don't
please?
they take you to the back then and like dunk you in some water and like fucking sleep with the fishes type
Dude,
shit?
I think they'll fucking do what
I think that's Brooklyn.
what they do and get a fucking goat that licks your asshole. It's like, they're gonna torture you for life if you just
Don't put mayonnaise on
like-
fucking
like the-
pizza.
Welcome to another episode of Chicken Podcast. So it's us
With the
three
shotgun.
again. Yeah, it's Ramone, Joe,
Hell yeah.
Nas.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
you know, you really remind me of someone I know named Jonas. You look really like him.
Look really
You know?
similar,
You
right?
look
Like,
very
I've
similar.
heard that a couple of times.
What a fucking douchebag.
I know,
Yeah,
I
I
hate that
fucking
guy.
hate that guy, man.
Fucking hate that guy.
And then there's also me, your host for today.
Hell yeah, boy.
So, who's gonna start? You wanna start talking about something about Italy? Because today the subject is
Yeah.
Italy. That's why we've got all these red things going around.
Well, we got the
Yeah.
red things because we didn't know what else to put on the fucking
Yeah,
table.
yeah, that's fair
Well,
enough.
the topic of discussion for today is
Are you sure
Italy.
It's Italy or not Formula One? Because it feels like it's a little bit.
Well,
Formula.
they're
Yeah,
one
but
and
like,
the
listen,
same.
Yeah.
It's like either that or
we're gonna
football.
probably come across that eventually.
You
But
know?
Italy, man, in my opinion, Italy is probably my favorite country in Europe.
Really?
Yes, because
You mean North Italy?
first of all, it's the country I've been to on vacation most times.
Closer.
Yeah.
Other than that, like fucking, I barely have seen any other fucking country apart from Italy. But Italy's fucking great.
Yeah, Italy's great.
Also, the food is fucking great. Like the food is
Yeah.
great. The landscape is fucking great,
and
it's warm.
it doesn't cost you a liver.
It depends on where you
Well,
go.
it depends
like, some
where,
places
like,
are fucking
yeah,
expensive, man. Some places
Florence,
are fucking
for example,
expensive.
or Venice would be.
I think I've been to Florence like one fucking time,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that bad. However, Venice is fucking horrible when it
I
comes
just
to
want
price.
to. I just think went to Italy one time in my life. That's it.
Really?
Just
That's
once.
That one time we went to Naples then?
Yeah.
This is the only time you've been to Italy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I've been
Goddamn.
to Sicily a few times.
That counts, man. Sicily is practically Italy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but-
like,
Don't
listen,
lynch
Italians
us.
don't lynch us, but like
But-
you know, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same
if I
fucking place.
if I
What?
if I ever go, I'll probably stay clear of like Rome and all that. You know,
Rome?
probably I'll go more northern
I mean, I hear
because I already
good things
experienced the
about
south
Yeah.
and
Rome is
the
nice
driving
though,
skills of the southern
Yeah.
Italy.
But Rome is nice from what people say, at least. The only thing I know about Rome is that you have to avoid like the tourist restaurants.
Well,
Now,
the thing
guys,
is that
if you
you
ever
would-
go to Rome, make sure to scratch your name in the Colosseum.
Yeah, that's a tradition there.
That's
It's a tradition over there. You gotta scratch your name in there.
Well, I think for you, Ramon, like that sort of like was a kind of a common name at the time there, probably.
It's the
There was
Roman Empire,
literally an
son.
empire
Hell
with
yeah, boy.
a similar name.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
But Rome itself is not that like, especially if you're into history and art and shit like that. They got a lot of stuff there in Rome that you can look at, like the Colosseum being one of the.
I mean,
fucking
isn't
things.
well, yeah, like if we're talking about the history, the Renaissance was like it's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
peak. I mean, wasn't the Renaissance mainly like Italy, right?
Mainly.
I think
Yeah.
Europe
Mainly.
peaked in the
Some,
Renaissance, man. Like, that's
if I
probably a thing.
recall, Caravaggio came here, for example,
Who?
at some point. Caravaggio.
Yeah, the painter guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
That
did he
fucking,
paint?
like,
I don't remember. I remember some
Paintings?
portraits. What?
didn't he
What
like
is it?
flee from somewhere or something, or like he came here because he was fleeing from Italy or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if
don't
I recall,
remember
that was
story.
a
I
story.
think- yeah, there was a film at some point, but I don't remember that film at all.
Bro's art was so good, he had to run.
Yeah.
So I just came back from a holiday from Italy, and I think this is like my 5th time in Italy. I've been to Trieste, which is like up in the north. It's touching with Slovenia. Touching.
It's like at the where is it? Like more north than Venice. Like I suppose Venice is like the coast, and then Trieste is up the
'cause
like east.
like Trieste is quite literally
Right.
touching with Slovenia, which is another country, so it's on the border of
Is
another
it
country.
Actually, like Italy, because when I think of Italy, I think of like fucking sea and sunshine and like people like
No.
people with like on like the little
Bippity
bop,
motorcycles and
bippity
shit.
bop,
Yeah.
Wait, Joe.
Is it
Bippity
a
boppity.
different thing though? Like
Wait.
how does it differ from the rest?
Wait, let me tell you something about land, okay? So you have the edges and then you have the center. At the center, there is no sea.
Yeah, no shit. But if you go to Tuscany is also in the center. Like it's in the center of like the Bud. Over there, it still feels like Italy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the more north you go, the less like Italy it feels, and the more like
it's less hot.
fucking other European nations.
I mean, I haven't been much to the north. As I said, the northest I've been was Trieste, and then I've been to Bari, which was south, very south.
Where the fuck is Bari? For the record, I'm horrible at geography. I don't know where any
It's
of these
fine. It's
fucking
another
places are.
area on Italy, like very east, and south. And then I was also twice to Bologna, which is one of the times I came back. And
That's where the bolognese is from, right? Like that's.
I
a good
think
fucking
that's where the
sauce.
bolognese is from. I'm not sure.
I mean, it would not be far fetched if bolognese sauce was from Bologna.
Yeah. If I
That would make
recall,
sense.
yes, because ragu is very famous there, but ragu is kind of famous everywhere in Italy.
Wait, ragu.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the mincemeat?
Yeah, exactly, man.
The sauce, man, the like
sauce,
red
yeah,
sauce.
yeah.
What the fuck? Isn't that called
Yeah, with the one with
bolognese
the ketchup,
sauce?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the one where you
Me-
take
me
minced meat, you put ketchup in it, and you call it a day. That's bolognese.
Me promptly going, yeah, that's right. It's like, and then he's just saying ketchup.
I mean, ketchup is same thing, no, as tomato sauce. I mean, ketchup is tomato sauce.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
exactly.
It's literally the
tomato
same
sauce.
thing.
Man, spaghetti with ketchup. Wow.
Apparently in
that's
the
good.
north, man. Apparently in the north they do that shit. Like not in the north of Italy, but like in the north of Europe, they would do that shit. They would like make spaghetti and then put fucking ketchup on it.
I would put mayo on
I
anything.
think
I
it
would
seems
put
like
mayo on
something
pizza.
Americans would do.
Huh?
Not
I
gonna
would
lie.
put mayo on anything. Yeah.
Mayo on pizza? No,
Yeah, I
man.
would- I would.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
I know
No.
we're gonna get lynched by any Italians watching this, but I've put mayo on pizza too. But only when it
Why?
wasn't good. When it wasn't good, I just thought it would be tastier like
But
that, and it
wait,
did
you-
get
you
tastier.
dip it in mayonnaise.
No, I pour mayonnaise on it.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, it's bad pizza. Like if it's good pizza, I don't do that.
Just get good pizza instead.
Yeah, well, how?
But usually you
Oh,
like you think guys going to be good pizza and it's bad like
It's like just get good pizza instead. Me going to a restaurant I've never been before to try it out.
hey servant, can you give me good pizza,
Don't
please?
they take you to the back then and like dunk you in some water and like fucking sleep with the fishes type
Dude,
shit?
I think they'll fucking do what the
I think that's Brooklyn.
what they do where they get a fucking goat that licks your asshole. It's like, they're gonna torture you for life if you just
Don't put mayonnaise on fucking
like
pizza.
I've seen even clips on the internet of people like grabbing pasta and breaking them in the middle of the street, and the Italians are like, "What the fuck is that guy doing?" You know?
How to aggravate Italians.
Yeah.
Tell us about your fucking trip, man, because you went to see some Formula something sport racing.
Yeah,
hence
yeah,
the,
we
the
touched-
shit on table.
We touched a bit on it on another episode that we did.
Yeah,
I watched the electric one, the Formula E thing we talked about, the sport, and to be honest, I didn't.
Hey.
Even though I flew to Bologna, I didn't spend much time there because I
Sports.
just sports.
So when you flew to Bologna, where was the event then? In
No,
Bologna?
it was in Misano.
And where the fuck is
Misano.
Misano? Explain, like,
how the
on a
Italians say
map.
it. I don't know how the Italians say it. If they say it Misano or Misano, I don't know. One or
The
the
accent, yeah.
other. Like accent.
Misano.
But let's do it the English way to piss them off. Misano.
Hell yeah, Misano.
Have you ever went to Italy?
Oh,
Italian.
Misano is like really fucking nice though. Like it's basically a resort, kind of like it's right next to a beach. It's a beach.
What
is
he
part
was
of it.
saying.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it sounds
There are
Italian to me.
edges.
All it was though, there wasn't much to do. All it was like a bunch of hotels and like ice cream places, restaurants. That's it.
I think
that's it,
probably
and
the
the beach.
fucking town was probably evolved around a racetrack. Is that a thing? Or because there's
Probably,
racetrack
yes,
there, right?
yes.
Like,
Oh,
so
wait,
the-
you're talking about that one where they have like the track literally in the city?
Yeah, well, it's a bit further up, but it is. Yes, it's literally in the city.
but it kind of probably
Yeah.
boosts the
The one
economy
was-
of that place.
Sorry.
It boosts the economy of that place quite a bit. Like if you
Yeah.
have a track and like they do
Yeah.
track events over there, then
Yeah.
you'd have a lot of
Yeah,
hotels that pop up over time.
usually there's MotoGP there, which is of the motorbikes.
You often see like those
Alright.
videos of people on the going like recording reels like on the balcony just looking at the race of the Formula race.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah,
do
that
that.
makes sense. It's like a
Yeah.
VIP lounge over there.
Yeah.
Probably all of them are Airbnb'd.
But this is
Yeah,
but this is
wouldn't be
like a
surprised.
real racetrack. It's not one of those that they just built like out of a city like Monaco. You know. This is a
Yeah,
real
that is
track,
more
but-
like
but
the
it-
Nürburgring or
but-
something like that, right?
Yeah, but there's like properties literally right across the street from it. So You know, if
Yeah.
somebody gets a high up chair on the roof, he can see properly. Probably
It's like a boathouse moment. I will build here.
Hey man, like listen,
tell me what
if
to
they
do.
put a fucking track there and you buy some land next to the track, which obviously nobody else wants because the track's gonna be fucking loud.
yeah.
Like, dude,
Mm.
just put a fucking house there. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about noise
Yeah.
and shit. You
In
can,
in Germany,
Yeah.
they do that a lot. Like people enjoy. I think some people don't, but some people do enjoy being like, for example, close to the Nürburgring because the property is going to be a lot cheaper because most people would complain.
But
for
you
the
have
sound.
to be a fucking car enthusiast
Yeah.
for that.
No,
Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not gonna move
yeah.
there if you're not a car enthusiast.
You have to be a car enthusiast, and you're probably gonna have a family, so your family has to be a car enthusiast.
Yeah. Or you need
Yeah.
just you need.
Or you do it the German way, you just tell them, you must be the German, I don't know, or something. You must like Mercedes Benz.
Germans be German.
Yeah.
How was the fucking race, man?
Oh, it was actually really, really good. Like
So which Max won, right?
yes, he teleported from one series to another, and like you could hear from a distance, and he fucking landed and won. You know what's funny? There's another guy named Max, but he didn't win. Like yet. No, he won in Tokyo, like the previous.
He's
race.
never gonna be as cool as the other guy because he doesn't have that anthem.
No, yeah, he needs an anthem.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't. He doesn't.
And
have
he's German, so he could like get like something. Max is Dutch, the other one, and this one is German, so maybe
that's
we could put,
practically the same thing.
someone needs to remix a little bit of. I
think that's a little bit too German. That's a little bit outdated German.
yeah, but maybe like do a dubstep version.
Hell yeah, that'll be the second Max then.
Yeah, but the event itself was like.
How many
really,
days you go?
fun. Huh?
How many days you go?
So it was only across 3 days, but on one of the days they didn't sell tickets because it was just a practice session. And then the 2 other days were like basically full weekends. Like,
but was the race over multiple days or no?
There was 2 races, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
and
not like Formula One. The
when
structure of the
you buy the
weekend.
ticket for it, do you buy ticket for like one race?
I bought for just 1 day. Yeah.
And then you get to watch the race on the stands.
Yeah, basically. Or like if you want to go super cheap, you just go in the areas where it's like the field area, like grass.
Is it touristy to the degree like when you get there, when you're at the event, like since it's in Italy, I would expect them to have like good food.
Yeah.
But is that the case, or is it a touristy as fuck? Like if you go to any other racing event where it's just mostly fast food and shit, or do you like fucking
street
get some
food and
gourmet
stuff.
pizza over
Well,
there
here's
while you watch the fucking race?
No, I mean there was good food, but you weren't gonna get like some. For example, in Naples, me and him were looking for a place. Unfortunately, it was too full up for us to go. But a place called Da Michele.
Was it
And-
too full up? We didn't even go there, I think.
No, but like we passed by and there was
it's-
way too many people.
Oh yeah, there was a
So,
queue, I think,
Yes,
outside. To
yeah,
get
there was a
in.
huge queue. So
Right.
you're not gonna get shit like that where they're
Yeah.
gonna have like the best food, but it was good food. that-
Overrated.
But like
that
it would
was
like
there.
if the race is in Italy,
Yeah.
might as well have like authentic Italian food.
No,
at the
there was
racing
authentic.
event,
There
right?
was authentic Italian food, but just not top tier.
When I went to
No,
Barcelona,
like there
like,
was
you
just
know-
food stands.
Yeah, I get you, I
it's
get you.
like I went to Barcelona. I'm like, Chinese food.
Happens, man. Fucking happens.
Well, I mean, in the UK, that's kind of the norm. Indian food
Or-
or
I
I
Chinese
mean, like,
food.
yeah, but that's like practically their like main food
Yeah.
these
or
days.
people that go to Japan, it's like they only eat like 7-Eleven like snacks, like
Yeah.
sandwiches from
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh, come on.
yeah. But that's
1K for a flight ticket. Do something better. You know what I mean?
yeah. No,
Well, you
that's good
spend all
shit.
your money on a flight ticket though, so you have to eat at 7-Eleven at that point.
Broke ass.
Which you don't have to in Italy because shit's cheap as fuck and food's cheap as fuck.
I mean, even there. I mean, you don't go to high-end restaurants all the time. I mean, it was quite. It
Well,
was
the nice
pricey-ish.
thing though is like most of the time this applies to only Italy and not most of the other countries I've been to. Is if you go to even like some fucking shack in a village, the food is gonna be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, village, yes.
Like most of
Why-
the times in like other Northern European countries, like if you go to some village restaurant, it's gonna be like mediocre.
There was a place that in Napoli that I wanted to go. It's like very far away from Napoli.
Yeah.
I think it was called Pepe and Grani, and you had to take a train to get there. It's like an hour, 2 hour train, but they were doing fucking maintenance that day. I
Yes.
was so pissed.
So you took a train to go to
No,
a
we
specific
didn't.
restaurant.
Couldn't.
They were
Oh,
doing
right, but you
maintenance.
wanted to take a train
Yeah.
to go
Yeah,
to a
yeah, yeah.
specific restaurant, and they
Yeah.
were doing maintenance on the train.
on that
Yeah.
one track on Sunday, and we were
Fucking
going on
hell.
Monday.
I mean,
That's,
I mean, I'll get to this too because I did something similar in the last holiday that I did. So, anyways, we're talking about as well like the track and the Formula E. The way they structure the events is very, very different from F1. It's not like you're gonna have the practice on one day, the qualifying on the other day, and the race on the
Why not?
next day because in Formula One, they need a lot more preparation and they need a lot more information about what the cars are doing, and especially since all the cars are different. But in Formula E, the cars are basically the same except like 3 components. So
But
So-
if they're all the same, that's what it's like.
Wouldn't it?
Relies on the driver.
But they're electric cars now.
yeah. for
Wouldn't it
Formula
make
E.
more sense for them to take like longer with setup and stuff?
No.
No?
I mean, to be honest, they charge nowadays. They
You have
charge.
to charge the batteries first.
Yeah, but
the pit stop, they change the batteries.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing, because they do everything in one day, basically. And the batteries and everything that they need to charges quite relatively fast.
So
Like-
when you're at the race, you're watching the race. You don't hear any engine. You just like see cars.
Yeah, no,
moving
you
fast.
hear sort of like that. Like there was a YouTube video one time that said that it's sort of like the sound from Halo, like a spaceship.
Yeah, they would
y-
sound like fucking spaceships.
Or you know, like something from Star Wars. Even when you see them pass by, they look like spaceships, man.
It's like the blaster.
You still
Yeah.
hear
Pew.
something, but you're not hearing like a really loud engine or something like that, you know. And it's quiet, but it's not
What?
like deaf. Like it's not like you're hearing wind.
Yeah,
pass
yeah,
Why
by.
I
not put
get
an
you, I
engine
get
in
you.
there?
Hmm?
Why not put an engine in there?
Ask them, not me.
What did you do for the rest of the time then? If like the races, so the race was on one day, right? But you were there for like 4 days, 3 days.
No,
3 days.
but then there was other days. Also during the event, again, like
Were
there
you
was,
at the event for 3 days, or was it
No.
a holiday for 3
no,
days?
I spent in Misano 2.5. Like on the last day, I left back to Bologna.
All right.
And I had to be there a day early, so I don't have the hassle
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with
Fair.
trains and shit.
Fair.
So basically, I spent 2 nights. And the event itself, again, was like I went early in the morning at around 8:30. There was a free shuttle. This is the funny part because me and Naomi couldn't find like proper transport to get there. Like there was one at 7 a.m., which was too early for what
This
we
is
were gonna do.
trains.
No, like
Buses, I think.
buses. Yeah, I think there is a train that goes there, but
Tallinn.
Why don't you just take a taxi?
huh?
Take a taxi.
Yeah, we booked a taxi. Now, this is the funny part, but I didn't find any information about this. But then on the day, I find out on the website of Formula E and also on some other things from the hotel itself that there was going to be a free shuttle there, like every 40 minutes. And
Nice.
it was then too late to cancel the booking for the taxi because it was like within 24 hours that
Yeah,
you get like a
yeah.
cancellation. And
That's how they
refund
get you.
back.
That's how they get you. They tell you at the last
Yeah,
minute.
but here's the funny part. It for some reason they cancelled, so I got the money back and I got the free shuttle bus anyways. So
nice.
and I didn't know there was gonna be a free shuttle bus exactly where I was going to be because they don't even stop everywhere. You know, like a shuttle will start from somewhere. And
Yeah, but
end
if there's a
somewhere.
bunch of hotels in the area, it would make sense.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the shuttle
exactly.
to go to the
No,
hotels,
that's
right?
true. But I didn't know there was gonna even be one because I didn't find any information until the day. And
That's like a lucky moment, but cancellation first 24 hours. Like what the hell is that?
yeah,
Get
oh, well.
out of
Oh, well.
here!
I mean,
if you change your mind, I
well.
guess. But like, it would, yeah. It
I
doesn't
mean, I
really
had
make much sense.
literally like some sort of divine intervention that like stopped that, and I'm like, oh great, I can just go.
God
get the
came down
shuttle.
from heaven and stopped that taxi.
You know, I noticed like sometimes events often would have these things, but they are so shit at making it obvious to people. You know,
Yeah,
like you don't even know. Like even with the whole thing, like sometimes there might be some diversion or like some transport for something. Like,
Yeah.
oh, beer fest, for example. Oh yeah, there are buses. You didn't even at one point you don't even know that they're there, right? They don't even advertise it.
yeah,
Unless some venue will then will tell you, for example.
yeah, yeah. It's
Actually,
true.
yeah, but this is a government thing. Like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are government funded, I think.
Yeah, this is the only thing that I thought was a bit mismanaged. Like I had been checking constantly to see how to get there, and I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, like even a week before, there was no information on like this shuttle thing, and I only got to know like once I got to Italy that there was going to be one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was, and
You
I
are
didn't
wrong.
notice.
Yeah, you probably didn't
You're
see
probably
it.
wrong.
But I checked like a number of times, so I don't know. Maybe I'm blind or something. Anyways, the event was super fun. Like there was a lot of action on the track, even where I was, and that's kind of rare. Like in motorsport, sometimes to get proper action in an angle you are in, especially on a main straight, and there was.
Yeah, that's why I've never seen the point of myself getting a ticket to one of these races. Because
Yeah.
like you don't see most of the fucking track.
Yeah,
Like you just see
yeah.
that one area where you're sitting,
Yeah,
and then like every couple of minutes the fucking cars come by. But like at this point, might as well watch it on TV. I get to see all of the track.
yeah, true. But as well, sometimes if you book like a seat or an area in a really good corner where you know most of the time there's an overtake, it's really nice to watch.
But I think a lot
I
of people
guess.
do as well. Like when they go there, they also watch on their phone or something. To see what's going on. And
Yeah,
then
for
when
us, for example, there was a giant TV screen in front of us, like right across on the
But
track.
like, then what the fuck's the point of being there on like just so you can hear the engines, which in this case there isn't any. Like,
No, it's still I don't know how to explain it. It's nice being there live. Like you're also like there's also a lot of chaos. It
I think
feels
it's probably the vibe, man.
Yeah,
the vibe of like going there
men
and
see
being at the
fast
event.
cars,
Think of
men
it-
happy.
think of it this
Pretty
way.
much.
You know how at Beer Fest, like imagine you're watching Beer Fest from home, and
Yeah, but I'm at Beer Fest to like consume ungodly amounts of alcohol.
yes, but you're also
With your-
but
Watch the band.
yes, but you could
an
consume
excuse.
ungodly amounts of alcohol at home.
Yeah, but it's the vibe, right? Like, this
Exactly.
is what you
Yeah.
mean. Like, it's the
Yeah.
vibe that you
Yeah,
get by
there's
being
something
at the
about
event.
it that's really fucking nice to watch. Even if there wasn't engine sounds, it was really nice to watch overtakes and cars like flying by.
What else is there to do at the event, though? Like, because it's not just a race, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole bunch of shit.
There was a lot of stuff, and for Formula E, I think this is the first time they drove there in Misano, and
Misano.
Misano, and the event itself like was really well managed. I think it was really well done because the security wasn't really annoying. Like there was security, you had to be careful that you weren't doing anything wrong, but they weren't like stopping you for a whole 10 minutes each person. You know what I mean?
To get into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
event.
for example, or it also makes it really engaging for the fans. Like for example, I had a session because with my ticket wasn't for everyone. It depends when you book the ticket. For mine, I could go into the pit lane and like see the guys work on the cars and also meet the drivers and like have like maybe a sentence or two with them, not a long
You
conversation.
could see them plug in the cable to the
Yeah.
to recharge
Do they
the car.
change batteries on pit stops?
No, they don't. They used to, like as I said in one episode, like in one of the episodes that we did, that they used to change cars, like a whole
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
But
I
they
remember.
don't anymore. They don't need to. The batteries now last long enough.
It would be
It's
cool if
like-
you get to like drive the car at one of these events. Like that would be fucking dope.
You,
yeah, they
uh,
usually let celebrities for that sort of thing.
There you
But,
go,
but
Jared.
sometimes they do that whole one lucky fan gets it.
Ah, yeah.
That's very rare.
You go there like hold up, guys. Don't start. Safety car. I'm still charging.
yeah. Yeah.
Hold up. I gotta hit 85% first.
Fucking Apple had a racing team to be the first out of battery.
100%.
I'm surprised Tesla. I mean, I don't think there's any gain for them to be fair, but I'm surprised Tesla hasn't tried like getting in, competing, because there is some Chinese brands that went in that compete with Tesla.
Oh man, Elon, go racing.
Yeah,
I want to see a Tesla on
yeah.
that. On
He's
that
been
track.
to one of the events at one point, like just to see, and he was like he enjoyed it very much. But yeah,
No, I think it's super expensive to be in that.
yeah,
yeah,
to be on
but,
sport.
but
I
like
mean,
to be fair, Elon is also super
yeah,
fucking rich.
I mean, Formula E, relatively speaking, compared to like something like Formula One, it's much cheaper. Even I think it's cheaper than Formula Two, to be honest, because Formula
Probably,
2 cars are
yeah.
quite expensive. But yeah,
Tell us a little bit more about the actual like place where you stayed in.
so Misano, like the place. I mean,
Yeah.
there isn't much besides the track, really.
It's
and
literally the
beach.
only thing that's there is the track
There is
and the hotels.
There is some things. I mean, the food was really nice. I had really good pizza there. But
Yeah, no shit, it's
that's
Italy,
like-
dude. Like,
Yeah,
fucking just
exactly.
don't
That's
dip
like
it
the
in fucking
standard.
I
mayo.
love how like he couldn't say, I had nice this or I had a nice pizza, like the most thing that I would expect he would say.
yeah.
The
Hey,
basic.
you never know. Like maybe,
Standard.
maybe
I had pretty good Chinese there.
you know, if you had to ask a guy from Naples, a certain person from Naples,
Oh, that we know.
if Misano might have good pizza, he'd be like, no, not really. I think.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
he's
you
from
know.
fucking Naples, though.
Yeah. But I do not like the Misano pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, when I went with him, like once, like when we were like all together out, me and him decided like we're gonna go get a bite of pizza, right?
Yeah,
We like those pastizzi places.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
And me and him started doing a competition of who eats the most, and we ate the whole pizza each. Because he bought one, I bought one, we ate it. He's like, I'm gonna get another. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have another as well. I'm still a little bit hungry.
What of the like big fucking slices?
The big one.
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I was still like, you know, like I kind of, I'm gonna have another, and he's like, looks at me, another. We just ended up eating all pizza like standing there.
But as in like one whole pizza each.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like they were like big pieces, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it makes a
exactly,
pizza
exactly.
after like four
When
of them.
was pizza created? Like, did they have it like
It's-
back
it's
in the like
technically Turkish.
fucking Renaissance days? Like, you know, this is like fucking
They-
Leonardo da Vinci like fucking eating a pizza while he's thinking about some fucking thing he's gonna build.
I think the
don't know.
OG pizza was just a thick bread. That's it.
Yeah, I
They
think it was
didn't even
the pita. I think.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
the
it was the bread.
original one. That
Was
the,
it?
The
So
Turkish
it's-
pita was the original pizza. As
And
far
Italians
as I
stole
remember.
it?
Then they started
Not
putting
an
cheese
Italian
on it.
invention?
Hmm?
They started
Yeah.
They just put whatever you got in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, well, back in the day, you didn't have a fridge. Whatever you got in the house, just throw it on some fucking bread and call it a day.
Greek
Yeah.
be like, no, it's ours.
Oh well. Anyways, the Formula E event was awesome. There was like a lot of stuff to do besides the track. Like you could go
Like
on a
eating pizza?
simulator. Yeah. What? Yeah, I ate pizza too. Like eating pizza. Anyways, it was
Oh,
great.
yeah, simulator. Yeah, you said.
Yeah, that was fun. Unfortunately, I fucking binned it on the last corner. I did almost a good lap, but fuck
Was
it.
is it like one of those big ones, right?
Yeah, like it was a proper one. It was nice.
You know, in simulators, I can never get used to them. It just doesn't feel like a real car. Brakes, like turning,
Well,
I
it
just don't
depends,
feel
though,
it. I
like,
lose-
because
but-
on those ones it's a bit different because it's not like a real car. Those ones handle like very different.
Yeah.
but
Those
I
ones handle
lose
like
grip
during fucking
instantly.
ride.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't
No,
feel
but,
right.
but I think it depends on two things. First of all, on the setup. Like my setup, for example, the one I have at home is quite shit. Like it's not a good setup, and it also depends on the simulator itself. Like for
I said,
example,
of course, I'm always like, "Brrr." I'm like, what? Relax, bro.
yeah, it and it depends what car you're driving to. Like to be honest, like even for Gran Turismo, a lot of people might say this is not true, but it is. Like the feeling is very similar. Like you try a Fiat 500 Abarth on Gran Turismo and you try it in real life, it's very similar, man.
I don't know. I haven't tried either.
Yeah,
I know.
someday try it.
I just understeer. I'm like, I go fast, straight line.
Isn't
Yeah.
I
fucking
turn right. I keep on going straight.
isn't Ferrari also from that fucking place?
No,
Where they
it's
had
from
the-
Maranello.
Ah,
Maranello.
Maranello. Hell yeah.
Maranello.
Is that close or is that? 'Cause it
No,
sounds
that's
fucking
like
same.
it's close to Bologna, but it's very like quite far from me. So no, really.
Did you go there as well?
Yes, I went
Hell
there.
yeah, boy.
Yeah. I went there and I had already been there 5 years ago, but I went there again, and this time it was perfect weather, not chilly weather. Last time it was a bit chilly, but
Yeah, but if you're gonna go there, you're not gonna go there for the landscape. You're gonna go there for the
well,
Ferrari.
yeah, but the landscape is also really nice, and because part of the landscape is another racetrack.
So they have one in what was the other place called?
Misano.
Misano,
yeah.
and they have one in Maranello.
Technically Fiorano.
Does every Italian town have a fucking race? Oh well, I guess around like
There's
the
one
Ferrari
next to
area.
Milan.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
there-
probably
yeah,
a lot
and
of racetracks.
Actually, it's funny because in between them, then there's another one in Imola. Like there's another place called Imola, and there's a track
You
there.
know? Do you notice almost every single city ends with an O or an A?
That's just the Italian
yeah.
language, man. Every
Yeah.
word ends with an O or an A.
With
Yeah, yeah. My favorite city is Cazzo.
Nero.
Nero.
God damn it.
Bianca. It's true. Fuck.
It reminds me when, like, in school, right? It's like there's always like someone learns these words and like everyone starts throwing it. But, like,
Yeah.
Even like I remember when I was a kid, like everyone was using that. Especially the Italian kids. They
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Well, I didn't have that because I didn't grow up in a. I didn't go to a school where we had Italian influence, but like over here, you're gonna find it a lot. Because everybody speaks Italian. Like you fucking speak Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't fucking speak Italian, man. I can do Arrivederci from like fucking Inglourious Bastards, but that's about it.
The reason is because we had Italian TV, as much as Maltese TV, and we didn't have much English TV. Well, at least me as a kid, but unless you had a satellite. Gorlami.
But that makes it fucking perfect because you go to vacation in Italy, you can communicate. This is like the fucking most annoying thing that I find when I go to vacation.
Yeah.
Communicate.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if I go to most places, I don't speak the fucking language. I have to rely on them speaking English, which a lot of places they just fucking don't.
Did they have an
Which makes it a little bit difficult.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, you understand, like if you're going to like a country like of like one of the native languages, you know, then you.
Yeah, but like fucking, there's only one. If I go to anywhere, most of the fucking places in Europe, I can't like. I have to rely on people speaking English.
I forgot it's Dutch. It's been a while.
Nobody speaks that shit.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Maranello, man, it's like the Disneyland of cars. The town is all red. There's so much model cars and stuff like that. And then there's like so many
the
real
Disneyland
Ferraris.
of Ferrari.
Sorry?
The Disneyland of Ferrari.
Yeah.
They have that fucking Ferrari museum, right? The big, enormous.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go there, but I never got around.
I didn't
to
go
doing
this time because I already went last time I went, and it was actually for a special event. This time they just have a normal opening. So, yeah.
But you got to drive an actual Ferrari.
Yeah.
Fucking nice, man.
The Portofino Modificato.
Oh, you drove a Ferrari?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I sent a link.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
There's a video of him driving a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Wait, how was it this time
On
when
a
you
group
went?
chat.
Yeah, this time when I went now.
You were driving a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Did you crash it or what?
No.
Dude's becoming the top G. In the fucking Ferrari and shit.
Yes.
Pulled up in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely own one. Yes, IRS.
No IRS. I don't have enough money for
Who
that.
the IRS sends me. I'm not paying my taxes.
Yeah, try catch me my Ferrari IRS. Top G music.
POV, you owe 1
How
euro
is
to
it
the
driving
IRS.
a Ferrari?
Honestly,
Like compared to the average car that we drive
Fiat
on a
Punto.
daily basis.
Yeah, exactly
How's
like
it
that.
compared to your Fiat Punto?
I mean, your Ferrari.
my expectations were that it was going to be comfortable, and it was. The only annoying part was because Italy.
It was comfortable or it wasn't comfortable?
No, it was. It was super comfortable.
But was it like, what kind of Ferrari was it? Was it one of the like the luxury car Ferraris or like the more racy ones?
More luxury because it has 4 like seats at the back. Like that's
Alright,
that's the definition. But
Okay.
this
Quattro.
one was like the sportier version of the car, so it was still like a bit on the like.
Does it like fucking push you in the seat if you floor it?
A little bit it did, yeah. Because when I
Fucking
floored
nice.
it, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like a Porsche Cayenne version of Ferrari.
No,
I think not the
no.
Cayenne, the other one, the Panamera or some shit like that, like the 4-door.
Probably. Yeah.
It's like a 4-door version, but this one wasn't a 4-door.
No,
right?
this
It
was
just had back
2-door.
seats.
It just has
Yeah.
back seats, yeah. It's still a
Yeah, I
sports
think I know
car,
which one it
but,
is.
But you know,
It's like one of them top G cars. Then.
yeah. And man, yeah. I mean, to be honest, it was kind of a bit disappointing because for the most of the time you're driving a bit slow. I mean, it's nice.
I mean, yeah,
It's nice.
they are roads,
Yeah, I know. But
but I thought they like ignore road laws in Italy.
well, yeah. I think technically we did.
Only in South.
Really.
Well, you can't say that publicly. You obeyed all the laws of the road. He committed no crimes.
I committed no crimes. All right.
Well, hold up. Let's talk
Right.
to our lawyer.
To be honest, I didn't drive in that fast. It was like 50 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, he was under the speed limit. He was being a good citizen.
Yeah.
Drink 5 beers, I did. Keys I must find.
Oh, it is a fucking nice experience, especially because it was a V8.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
hell
an American V8, but it's a V8, and it's like as soon as you press the gas, it forces it. The big difference between my car, for example, and that.
Everything.
Yes, but like when you speed up, it feels like you're safe. you know. Like, nothing's gonna
I
happen.
can't relate to that.
Yeah.
When I speed up in my car, I do not feel
Yes,
safe.
when I speed up, when I get to 100 kph on my car, everything starts going like this.
Same.
Yeah, it's because
When-
we have shitty cars.
Yeah, when you go like 200 kph in this one, you feel like you're going,
cruising.
Yeah, it feels like okay, you floored it and it puts you a bit back, but it feels like you could push harder, you know.
Until you get to the point where you have to brake. And then you
Yeah,
brake
yeah, no,
and then
I
it's-
didn't push it up to.
Oh,
I don't
gas,
think,
no brakes.
I don't even know. I don't even know up to what speed I went, if I'm being honest. So, like, it wasn't very, very high though.
But the drive is supervised, right? Like
Yes,
they don't
yes,
they
yes,
don't
I
just
had a-
hand you the keys and be like,
Yeah.
oh, well,
No, I had a guy next to me. He didn't really like touch my wheel a lot and try to change it for me, to be honest. But he did like touch the wheel just for security in case anything happens, you know.
It's like when he
And-
says, okay, now floor it, but he holds the wheel. It's
He
like,
wasn't
okay.
holding it. He was just touching it really on the bottom. That's it.
Why would
Just
you
to
touch
make
it
sure.
at the bottom?
Yeah, just to make sure he doesn't do anything
because
stupid.
because
I think
because
because
if
I
it had
think
to
people do
spin
stupid
to
shit.
since it's left-hand drive, it'll probably spin to the right. So if he's holding it, just touching it like this, and moves, all he has to do is that. That's it.
Probably it's from experience because probably others.
Yeah.
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 100% from experience.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Well,
will fuck that up.
Which is funny. Like, if you lose control of a car that comfortable with the traction control and everything, you're a fucking moron. All right.
Well, listen, people, is that a challenge?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I turn off traction control just for fun.
I
You know?
can lose
Like,
control
if you
right
turn
car, I
it off,
guarantee it.
man, you like all you have to do is hold this thing with straight, not hold it like lightly. Just hold it well, and that's it.
oh,
You'll be fine.
but here is the thing. Just to test it, what you do is you gas it and you blip the clutch, and then you see what happens.
Well, that's the thing. I
This
mean,
was automatic though. I think.
I don't even know where the clutch was.
Just kick the clutch at 8,000 RPM. Kick it, see what happens.
Yeah, because the clutch is
Kick it in the middle of the roundabout.
all you have to do.
While it breaks one.
All you have to do to switch it on is like you press the brake, there's an engine button, there's no key. There's the
Yeah,
engine
this is
button.
most modern cars,
Yeah,
man. Like
and
they
then
don't do keys
That's
anymore.
it, yeah, and then like you just go off. Like
But-
you switch it to first gear and you go off.
Because the thing is, once your car is powerful enough, you don't even need to use a handbrake or kick it because once you give it enough gas with the traction
Yeah.
control off, you'll just start spinning.
But that's
Yeah.
you need like above 300 horsepower.
250, 300, yeah.
Yeah, like 300 you
know.
can
Like
just press it. and it
BMW
goes.
M3, it's like around 250 and it does it smoothly. I'm saying
Mm.
stock, but
I don't know how much horsepower this was. I didn't check, to be
It's
honest.
Ferraris. They're usually around like 400, something like that, right?
Maybe it was more because this was the modified one, not the normal. Like it's
Well, I
a road
guess if it's
legal
got
one.
500 or 600 horsepower, then like you don't need to kick any
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
clutch.
yeah.
You just like press
Yeah.
that gas and.
And
you
unfortunately, of course, again, since you're going on public roads, like as soon as you floor it and you went up a little bit speed, you immediately have to slow down because there's a car.
go. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even if the car is hundreds of meters away, you zoom so fast that
Do they let you like take it on a track? Like, is that an option?
you can. Yes, there's an option, but it's very expensive.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Obviously.
I
'Cause
want-
there's some risk that comes with
Yeah,
that. I
think,
suppose.
Yeah.
I think like one of the 100% ways of like they banning you from ever entering that car is like, can it overtake a Supra, bro? Do you think it's as fast as a Supra?
And,
Whoa, bro.
and
It's a Ferrari.
but there was
Is it
also
fast?
one other experience I had there. I went to a restaurant where I think she used to cook for the drivers and the team, the F1 team, on the venues, on the tracks. If I recall, she used to be there as a cook, but now she just for a long time she's just been cooking in this kitchen in Maranello, and you feel like you're in fucking Olympus, man. You feel like you're around fucking Zeus, Hercules. This shit, like even the people, me and Naomi were just dressed casual there. And other people were like having stockholder meetings and like trying to sell cars and shit like that. And like everyone on the posters is the cook with the like taking photos with the Ferrari.
that
Looks
one
like a
was
really
the
high
thing I
class
saw.
restaurant.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up a video on like for people to see at least just one room of how this was. And man, it's like you feel like you're in prestige. You know what's funny though? Like the food was more expensive than usual Italy, but it still wasn't too
Well,
bad.
I mean, like, listen, I would expect that.
But it still wasn't too bad. Like, you know, like it wasn't like when I went to Switzerland one time, it was much more expensive.
But that's fucking sweet. Like, you go to McDonald's in Switzerland, it's gonna be more expensive.
yeah, but you can, but that's what I mean. Like that's the comparison, man. But really, like you go
What do you
there-
have? What do you have?
I had.
Don't tell me pizza.
No.
Fuck you.
No. I did have tortellini,
Ah,
like
that's
pasta,
that's
and
acceptable.
it was like, I wouldn't say the bar was super high, but it was the best tortellini I had. It was like really good. It was very plain, just cream, like white cream, and I think they were filled with cheese, but they were like really really good. And for the first plate I had, I'm trying to remember the name exactly, but basically like a piece of beef, like raw beef with tartar on top, black tartar or black tar heroin. I don't know what's the
Raw beef
difference.
is
I'll
tartar.
have one day at the topping.
Raw beef is either carpaccio or tartar.
I have a photo I could show you later on, but anyways, it was goddamn.
I mean,
was
like,
good.
if you go to a high class restaurant, having a tartar for starter is pretty
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's how you start.
Yeah.
Fucking raw meats. What
Man.
the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Man, this shit
It's fucking
was
great.
No.
this.
It's fucking delicious, man.
I'm telling you, it's really weird when you're there. I don't know if it's because I'm such a big fan of motorsport and all these things, but even just the crowd, the kind of people that were there. When you're there, you feel like you're in somewhere special, you know.
You feel like
You
you're
feel
but
special.
like-
man,
You feel like Batman.
it depends. But like the atmosphere is nice in these kind of
Yeah.
places. Like the atmosphere is really fucking nice.
Yeah,
But it's pretty standard that you run into people having like shareholder meetings and shit like that. If you
Yeah.
go to a place which has like some certain level of prestige.
yeah. No, this place was nice. It's kind of like a mix between a museum and a restaurant.
You should have made some connections to, like come up with
I
someone.
was tempted.
and-
I was
I like-
tempted to just get my camera, take a photograph of a person. He's be like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm a photographer. I take photos, and like ask him for his email or something. like
Or you
saying,
just
"Yeah,
get fucking
please."
arrested. Like if you like some places that won't work.
True.
Some places you
Fair
get
enough.
fucking arrested.
Yeah.
Like
If
if you
they're-
accidentally take a picture of one of the Rockefellers, like fuck
Yeah.
And if they're big enough, they might think that you're like someone hired by a competitor or someone that doesn't like them. If they're wealthy enough and you can get into all
Yeah.
that
no,
shit.
man, wealthy
No,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like pictures usually, like not unless they're taken by a photographer that they've paid for.
Yeah.
I think at least.
Exactly, yeah.
That's-
No.
That's how I would do it.
No,
But you can go try to sell them something. So
yeah,
just
yeah.
go barge into their table. It's like, hey, you want to buy a car?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
There was a
car for
guy.
sale.
There was a guy next to the table next to us who I think was trying to sell a car to these two. I think they're a couple. He was trying to sell a car to them, and I don't know exactly. I wasn't following everything, especially because I think they were speaking German at some points, not English. So it was hard to follow what exactly they were saying fully.
You should have
through.
just barged in and he's just like, listen. Forget about this guy. I got a pristine condition 1994 Maruti 800. I'm trying to upload that thing. I want 300 euros.
Like, you could
that's
ha-
it.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
5
You could-
horsepower above zero.
You could be the owner of this pristine condition Maruti 800.
It was driven by George Clooney.
Man, you
Oh.
get kicked out so fucking fast.
It will
It'd
get
be
you from.
fucking hilarious if you were to actually do it. Like you
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
some high class place where there's actual important people and then just
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Just make a
Yeah, I was
fucking-
really tempted to do something like that, but I was like,
Well,
nah.
that should. I don't know. I think it'd be funny if we can get it on camera.
Yeah.
Because I want
Yeah.
to get it on camera. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I was on schedule, so I was like, no. Plus, I didn't want to get Naomi in trouble either. So,
That's the fun part. Everybody gets in trouble. You get arrested in a foreign country. You never been arrested in a foreign country? Shit's fun.
you've
Just
been
not in
arrested in
Turkey.
a foreign
No,
country. Oh, okay, yeah.
No.
Oh, so fun.
I've never been arrested in a foreign country.
It's so fun. You dreamt the experience.
Yeah, I
It's
must
as if you were there.
It was so real. It felt so real.
I can remember. It's as if I could remember it. It was in 2021 in December 17th, I think. I remember the officer's name was Jonathan, but I probably dreamed it up. I'm not so sure.
I dreamt the whole thing.
Jonathan officer. Officer Jonathan.
Oh man.
I think like the most recent time I had been to Italy, I was in Venice,
Mhm.
which I don't know if you've been to Venice, but Venice is like one of those places which is fucking aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like you go there and like everywhere you go, it kind of just looks aesthetic, like you're in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
But that's
Venice-
like because there's no other place like it.
yeah.
Like
Venice
it's
is
very
the-
unique.
The one on water.
Yeah, exactly. It's the one where they built like the fucking.
Yep.
They have like foundations
Yeah.
built on
I haven't
in
been
the
there yet.
water.
Is there a
It's fucking
Ferrari
great.
boat?
Ferrari boat.
They should
Like
do
a
boat
Ferrari.
racing. In
Pretty
Venice.
sure there's a Ferrari yacht.
I'm sure. I'm
So-
sure. Like that. That'd be fucking funny, man. Like boat
Ferrari
racing.
V8 engine.
Imagine a circuit, like a street circuit, like in a city, but in Venice and with boats. That'd be fucking dope, man. Like you get there, you get to drink your fucking coffee and you watch like fucking V8 powerboats going by.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and then you get some salt water into
You make-
your coffee.
Yeah, boy.
You make the Italian job, you know.
Oh, that's I used to enjoy that movie.
I still love it. To
Yeah.
this day. It's still pretty dope. You saw it?
I saw the remake at one point.
The
Why'd they
American
call
one.
Yeah. Why they
Yeah.
call it an Italian job? Was it like not in America?
It's
was it later?
basically it was in Venice. They
Did they have a
stole
like
a
a
save. That's what it's called. in
powerboat
Venice,
race or
that's
some
what it's
shit?
Which one?
Did they have a powerboat race in that one? I don't remember.
No,
Yeah, they did it.
well,
one
it's not a well, yeah, but they were like running away from another boat in a boat. So yeah,
Yeah.
powerboat
Yeah, it's
race.
a powerboat race. That's what it is. Powerboat chase. No, Venice, man. Venice is fucking great. I think this probably. I don't know if Venice or Tuscany. Like Tuscany is. Have you guys been to Tuscany?
No.
Like that shit's fucking great. It's like, have you played Assassin's Creed?
No.
The video game? No, you have
No.
played. Yeah, you played.
I played
Assassin's Creed?
one on the PSP. That's it.
I played the Ezio, the Brotherhood.
Yeah, so before I had been to Tuscany, I had played that game when I was a kid, and then I went to Tuscany, and it was like basically the same thing, but like in reality, it's fucking great. Like Florence and Siena, those fucking places are.
It's like you go there and
beautiful.
out. I don't see people climbing buildings. What's going on here? It's like you go to
Man.
Japan. Where are the subtitles at?
Man, when it comes to artistry, man, Italy is just on a fucking league on its own. Architecture, food, cars. Like
Yeah, it's true, and they stick to it. Like they don't,
Ah.
they don't like. There's some countries. I'm not gonna name names, but there's some countries that just like completely ignore the historic architecture that they have
Yeah.
and just fucking bulldoze over it and
Yeah.
put fucking concrete
although
apartment blocks everywhere. But Italy is not one of
Certain
them, man.
island
Like,
in the Mediterranean.
yeah, certain islands in the Mediterranean.
there's many of those actually.
Italy is not one of them, man. Like they respect, especially in in the like bigger
but-
cities in Tuscany, they
but wait,
respect architecture.
You're saying they respect, but also I don't know how it is in Venice, for example. But when you go to Bologna or Naples or a lot of these like major cities, you find so much graffiti on the walls, like even on old,
yeah,
old
yeah.
buildings
But I
or on
think
some
That really
monuments
pisses me off.
sometimes. Yeah, it's like
I think in the
Rome
big cities
has
is a
that.
little bit different.
What?
The big cities, I think the ones that are most well preserved are like the medium
But even
large
in Rome,
cities.
even in Rome, you find this, and that's
but
a capital
Rome is a
city.
fucking capital city.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you probably have skyscrapers in Rome, because that's the
Yeah,
capital city
I
of the
don't- I
country.
don't
Yeah.
know.
But like Florence, I think you
Probably.
don't. Like I think Florence, the architecture is mostly as it was like fucking 500 years ago.
Yeah, also it's true. In Misano, for example, I didn't see much graffitis, or even in Maranello.
Graffiti is one thing. I don't know. I don't think.
Or
Oh
I
my
more than
god, man,
even-
Naples.
I think graffiti you have probably in every city. Like every city.
Yeah.
is gonna
Yeah, a
have
little
graffiti.
bit.
Because the thing is, like,
major
graffiti isn't
cities-
done by the government. Graffiti is done by like people that paint on fucking walls, and then maybe sometimes they remove it, sometimes they don't remove
Yeah,
it. But like, you don't have them tearing down, like the government tearing down old architecture and replace it by some modern garbage. Especially
Yeah.
not in Venice, because in Venice you have the whole like foundation problem
Yeah,
where
it's
you
like-
can't really do that.
It's like you have a nice, as you honest, a nice detached house, then someone buys it and builds an apartment flat.
or like
Like,
China, you know, they put a
block.
train station right through
Yeah,
your
yeah,
house.
put a train station in your living room. Yeah.
It's like you're
But
trying. It's
China's
like,
a whole fucking league of its own. I
you don't
think.
need to put alarms when you're like, 6 a.m. train. You're fucking.
You have to catch
Dude,
the train from your living room.
Dude, imagine that feeling of having to have like that all the time. I probably always sleep. You know when you sleep and you have that thing where you feel like you're falling and then you wake up and you're like,
Just when the
Yeah.
train goes by.
yeah,
In
yeah.
your living
I
room.
think that will happen every single time to me. While
No,
I'm
but that's
asleep.
like, listen, China it's a bit of a dystopia, I think. Architecturally, like it's a
Yeah.
beautiful country, I'm sure, but architecturally, like the shit you see, like that's a bit dystopian. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, in Italy, they despite all the graffiti stuff I've been saying, most of their historical landmarks are well preserved. So
I mean, like you have the But they also, I think, they make a lot of money from that. Like they have a lot of income from the history of it. Like that's a big selling
Tourism.
point for tourism. Exactly. So people would
Of
go there
course, yeah.
to see those landmarks. Like you have the really old ones like the Colosseum and shit. But even like Florence as a city has a value because of the whole like Medici thing and the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Like there's people go there to see that because of that. So they
It's-
would want to preserve it for economic reasons.
Yeah.
The tourism in a certain Mediterranean island is no more because of history. History, what are you talking about? That British people only come here for that. Mainly,
No.
British people in when they're like 40, 50, they come to that certain island for wow architecture. But in reality, most at this moment, most people go there is because wow, it's the new Ibiza. Or like something.
Most British
a
people
cheaper
go to that
Ibiza.
island to just go swim.
I think, but even in,
That
in,
also.
in
Yeah.
Italy, they have some like that. Like in the south, like at the edge of Italy in the south, there's like a whole bunch of places which are like Ibiza-ish, where people go to party, and there's like a
Right,
lot
right.
of resorts and like bars and shit, and like good nightlife.
Mm.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the place called?
I don't know.
Dubai.
No,
Not in Sicily,
Italy.
though.
No, it's the Italian part of, but like there's the fucking shoe, like the edge of that shoe.
Yeah, but I don't know what
The fuck's
which
that called?
place you're talking about. There's many places there.
I don't know. It was like a
Sicily or
party
Italy?
place.
No, it's like in
Italy.
Italy.
Italy, with the lower part of the shoe,
Yeah, exactly. There's
east or
quite
west.
some
The heel or the
shoe?
Dude,
Exactly. That's-
geography, like forget me, I can't remember.
But,
there was a
now
place
we're
in
talking
Italy.
shoes, like the heel or the
The
Yeah,
tip.
the fucking heel, the heel of Italy.
I don't know. All I know is
the heel of Italy is Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Boom, boom, boom.
Heel, yeah. No, I think, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what the fuck that name
Oh,
of
well,
that place
it's
is
fine.
called.
Also, the thing that was nice when I went to Maranello was that in the Fiorano track, you could, as I said earlier, like you could see people like looking around, and you would hear Formula One cars like with the V8 screaming around.
Mm.
Or there was also like the one from the endurance racing that was passing by, but it was a modified one. They made one version where any person could drive it on the track, like a modified one. There was that, and yeah, and you just hear that fucking loud old F1 V8 engine. Can't believe I'm saying it's old, but yeah, the last one was in 2013. So
Actually, speaking of that, I saw recently a video of a guy found a V8 Formula One block that Niki Lauda drove.
what?
I was
the
gonna sell
F1
that for
car.
fucking
He
millions.
found it in his
Was it-
backyard.
But was it a V8
How
though?
the fuck
Yes.
do you find a
Does-
block
does it-
of
if I
the
recall-
F1 in your backyard?
During his time, if I recall, they were V6s and V12s.
Or maybe it's a V12.
Well, yeah,
but it's,
anyways, yeah.
He found the block and they confirmed it, and it was actually Niki Lauda's.
Damn.
That's gonna
in
sell
his
for a lot of money,
backyard.
even no matter how rusty it is.
Yeah.
Ah,
Like
if-
that history
or
adds value.
Or maybe the internet is lying, like internet lies.
yeah.
But
no,
like,
if it's on the internet, it must be true.
But some guy posted, and the guy says it looks like this, and he linked it to the F1 engine, and he found out it was the Niki Lauda's one.
Damn.
He said, "We'll see."
Holy shit.
Yeah, we got about an hour. Go on.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we've been going on. We've talked mostly about my side of the holidays, a bit of yours. Like, maybe we should talk a bit more like when me and you went to Naples.
Oh yeah, as a spice on it. Yeah. A lesson learned that when you're going abroad and you decide to stroll around, make sure to know where you're strolling around, or else you'll be like me and like us, end up in Scampia, like two tourists, bloop bloop bloop, like homeless people.
Me
and
going
then-
around with my camera. like
with your
just
camera.
in my hand.
Yeah, literally passing through that, like those big blocks, abandoned blocks where people still live in there.
Yeah.
And like getting tailed by a few people as well. But we made it to the
Yeah.
metro, we escaped.
Yeah.
But last night I'm like, whoa, comic blocks? I didn't expect that. And like
Wha-
I'm like taking pictures and everything, and then afterwards I'm like with my
it was
friends,
weird
like,
to me that that was still a dangerous place, because like there was still like cafeterias and stuff around.
Yeah, but
No.
if you have like, listen,
not
if you
not
have
near the abandoned buildings, but like where we stopped
way before.
first.
It was way
Yes.
before
Listen,
than we
Yeah,
were.
yeah,
Any
yeah,
city
but that's
you
still
go
part
to-
of it. But I think that's still part of Scampi.
any city you
So-
go to, if you have like communist looking, like big, tall apartment block
Abandoned
buildings,
ones,
that's
yeah.
usually not a good area.
Yeah.
That's usually not
Yeah.
a good area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was as you were saying about the graffiti, I was just shocked by everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that even the Royal Palace, or what was it, didn't have graffiti. I'm surprised
Yeah.
about that. At this point, I was expecting it because
Yeah.
it was everywhere. But yeah, we went inside the palace, which was quite nice.
Mhm.
I think they had like someone's wedding, right? Because they were or like some army thing. Because the thing is, there were like a big group of people, males dressed up as soldiers and females with the white.
It felt like it
white
was some
dresses.
sort of wedding ceremony.
Yeah,
Because there was like white dresses
But-
and guys in black
but
too.
all of them had weddings. I mean, the wedding you're not allowed to wear white, only the bride is allowed.
Is that true?
What's that?
All
thing?
of them were like in like
True.
really white dresses, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
guys were in uniform.
Yeah.
The uniform
No.
was the military one.
Yeah, no clue.
I
but
think something militaristic maybe.
could
But
be. Yeah.
was kinda
yeah.
dope seeing the
Yeah, it could be
uniforms.
something like navy or militaristic.
yeah,
Yeah.
was it kind of dope? Like, but walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, I blended in. There was like a tour guide telling to people like everything, and I'm like, can I just explore how I want or no? Because I was like confused, and I'm like, and I'm coming closer, and I just joined them. I became part of the gang, you know. I was walking with them, like, oh yes, interesting, and then afterwards I got a little bit of a area. I just made my escape, you know.
Wait, this is in the palace or
In the palace.
Yeah. Okay.
I like, I think you went somewhere, and I'm like, am I allowed here?
Okay.
And I'm like
yeah.
pretending to like this group, like with the tourists, like, oh yes, and then
So you get
after
a bunch of
they
free
made
shit.
they made their way more deeper, I'm like fucked off to another room, and then I found you somewhere, and yeah,
But you get a
Um,
free tour. You don't have to
yeah.
pay for a tour. Just like follow the other tourists around. and
Yeah,
pretend
yeah.
you're part of those.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Nobody
man, to
does a
me.
head count.
It's funny when that happens, because but then the problem is that then the tour that these guys are going through take way too long.
yeah.
Yeah, but then you can do just what he does and just fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But that's what I mean. Like I wouldn't stick around for the whole journey.
It's like
I would
in
just-
Well, it
Assassin's
depends. If
Creed.
it's interesting, like, stick around.
It's
It's
like-
usually some guy that explains and
In
shit.
Assassin's Creed, when you blend in the crowd, when you join the crew, you know, then you like,
I have this
Yep.
thing as well, like when I go abroad, where I'm gonna plan to do a lot of things, so I end up doing them, and maybe have like a one rest day in between where I just relax, try some food, and that's it. But otherwise, the other days are like busy. I'm doing a lot of things, so I don't like sticking around too much in one place, so that then I can go to what other shit I had planned.
No, I don't like to do that. I like to just chill.
Yeah,
And
no,
do whatever the
no,
fuck
I
I
love,
come up with
I
on the
love just
spot.
exploring around.
I hate having a plan when I'm on holiday. Like my entire job is fucking planning. I'm not like when I go on holiday, I'll just like not have a plan. It's just like, oh, this
Yeah,
looks
I-
interesting. Let's go there.
I used to just not plan, and luckily, each time I've planned, everything went really well. Like nothing has gone wrong, and at least I don't overreach. Like I don't plan like 6 things in one day that I know it's not possible to fit. And luckily, like the weather would be good, for example.
it was always raining.
Yeah,
when
in
we went.
Naples, we
Oh,
didn't really
shit,
have.
it was so
What
yeah.
time do you fucking go to Naples? Like what
In
time of
February.
year?
January.
January,
Yeah, no
sorry,
shit. It's gonna be
January, yeah.
fucking raining. That shit you gotta do
Yeah.
like in fucking
And-
late
and
spring.
For the Naples trip we didn't really have a plan. We just knew some places we could go. That
Yeah, we planned like last minute.
You
yeah.
ended up in like the fucking ghetto part.
yeah, that's
Nice.
the thing.
That's what happens.
That's
that
like the
happens
one
sometimes.
time we don't plan. It's like,
Happens sometimes. But you can just fit in, like put on a hoodie and like seem a bit shady, stand around a corner.
well, I was with a leather jacket, so
yeah,
there was
like
that.
just,
It's like
just
me.
fit in.
We go to like Germany or something, and then I'm like, okay, we don't plan. We walk around, we end up in Ukraine. You know,
You gotta walk around the whole life for that.
it's like we
I walked
end
around
up,
the wall. What do you mean?
we end up in the front line. It's like, wait a minute, wait, it surely was here on the map. It's like, wait, the
Don't
cafeteria
trust
isn't here.
Google Maps.
Don't trust Google Maps.
It just fucking brings you to Ukraine.
All right,
So we will
yeah.
wrap up.
I think
Yep.
we can wrap up. We've spoken quite a bit about Italy. It was mostly I felt a bit bad because most of it was about like my holiday there, but
It was
well,
another
it was
episode of Formula
recency
1.
bias. It was like really fun. So yeah, I
Hell
really
yeah.
enjoyed it. I really needed it. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see you next time. Please subscribe and follow wherever we are posting. So yeah. All right.
Ciao,
See
ciao.
you.
Dickheads.
If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell down below.
The links for our social media is down below for Twitter and Instagram.
there's this wonderful platform called Patreon, which allows you to give us money, and we will then spend that money on nice things and give you exclusive content in return.
That sounds
Did you know
hot.
I have Patreon?
Did you know we have Patreon?
We
You
have
know what's
Patreon.
a fucking great idea? Great idea is that you give me money and I will spend that money on nice things.
For you.
Hell yeah.
It sounds very political.
We sounded just like the government.